screwed up and sort of gave it away a little bit by. I thought I baited Rob, and I should have done that. But you still went with Richard.
Yeah, I know.
All right, here we go. This person's father named his children after his parents, and 6 years later temporarily changed their names after fighting with them. So here,
that's funny.
Yeah, here's a dad who when his kids were born, named the kids after the parents, got into a fight with the parents, and tried to change his children's names. Now, was that Sal? Was it Richard or Benji?
No, we haven't gotten Benji's dad yet.
Nope. No.
Wow. Does Benji have siblings?
He does have a sister.
Very smart, too.
Very smart.
Oh, that's right. He does.
That sounds like an Italian, coming from an Italian family, it sounds like a crazy thing they would do temporarily.
Who do you think? Richard, Benji, or Sal?
I'll go with Sal.
All right. Sal.
Is it you? Barry?
It's Sal. You got $500.
Good for you. That's an Italian thing. Absolutely.
Who are you named after, Sal?
My dad. I was Tony, and my sister Nina was named Anna after my mother.
And you mean the name Sal?
Was my grandfather. Yeah, I was named after my father's father, who's Sal.
Right, and your father said your name is now Tony.
Yeah.
And did he start calling you Tony?
My mom had to call the school and tell the teachers and everything.
Oh, you're not kidding?
No, I'm not.
Your father got into such a vicious fight with his parents. He said
over money.
Yeah, right. Over money. He wanted to borrow money.
He wanted to borrow $20,000, open up a new pizza place. Not pizzeria.
So he got so mad when he got the money. So your mom called the school. She went along with this.
She had to. He forced her to.
Right. And so now your name was Tony. When you got to school, did the kids call you Tony? Did your teachers call you Tony?
No, I was called down to the guidance office.
Right.
And they asked if everything was okay at home.
They
Yeah.
knew you were a lunatic.
That's a no.
Father was the greatest.
It's like Kunta Kinte and Toby.
What a lunatic. I'm going to name the kids new names. How old were you at this point?
I was in 4th grade.
4th grade.
So you became Tony.
He took us to our relative's house, my other grandparents, and he told everybody, he drove us around. We went to our Aunt Pauline's. He said, Tony and Anna. And then he drove us to our grandparents' house, my mom's parents.
Did your father begin at the house calling you Tony?
Yes, absolutely. And when he wasn't home.
It's so great. And I'm telling you, I've heard the argument. That's why I was so positive. Fuck it. No, no more Sally's, Tony.
Exactly.
Fuck you.
I remember I was sitting on the steps.
Now, so did he ever forget and call you Sal, or you just
never?
Never. He always called you Tony.
Yeah, and even at the pizza place, he goes, "Did you meet my son Tony? Come on here, Tony."
Wow.
Yeah, and Nina was Anna, which is named after my mom.
Did your sister get upset? I imagine.
We all kept our mouth shut and just went along with him.
When did you turn back to Sal?
It was about 3 months. We were always Sal. We were always Sal and Nina without my dad around. But it was so weird when my dad came home. My mom would say, "Tony, come,
everybody
dinner's ready."
Remember to use Tony.
Yeah.
Your mom would say, "Tony."
She had to in front of him.
You poor bastard.
That is the greatest story.
The school would not go along with it.
The final thing was he wanted to go to the courts and change our name. And my mom...
I'm going to fucking court. I'm changing your fucking name to Tony.
To the T. Already has... And my mom called her mother-in-law, my dad's mom, and pleaded with her to give him some money and make up.
So did they give him the money?
They gave him half the money.
And then he said, "Okay, you can now."
And I got my name changed back.
Right. All right. Very nice. All right. Well, holy shit. Well, Steve,
great.
I don't know if that's your real name or the change.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I can say what my name's
All right. Hold on for your prize.